the apartment I live in, I swear. And this is the very, very tippy top row here. I see one awesome one down here I want to start with. We're going to start at this one. The family's name is Merritt. This thing is probably one of the biggest ones next to that one right there, but we'll check out that one in a minute. But look at this one. I saw this one before, and unfortunately, since I was here last, it looks like a window was broken on it. Unfortunately. Damn. That is crazy. There's another door. There's a gate here and the door back there. That looked like that was boarded up, unfortunately. It looks like, yeah, this window was broken. And they're getting ready to board it up with that. So it says on the plate here, Samuel Merritt, MD, 1822 to 1890. Physician, shipmaster, philanthropist, Regent University of California, Mayor of Oakland. Founder of the Samuel Merritt Hospital. This tablet was placed by the staff of the Samuel Merritt Hospital, March 30th, 1933. That's crazy. Someone just busted it up. I wish I could go back there, look in that door. That'll be awesome. And there's the view from up here. Kind of like the stonework here on the top of the stairs. And I like this lock. The lock that's locking the gate. It has the initial on it. It's an old lock too. That's insane. Is it a? It's not a skeleton key. It doesn't look like, but it's awesome. So it looks like Samuel here was the Oakland mayor, one of the early residents and promoters of Oakland, California. He served as 13th mayor of Oakland from 1867 to 1869. He was originally from Maine and moved to California. He bought land in what is now the city of Oakland in 1852 and moved there in 1863. In 1867, he donated 155 acres of dammed tidal water from the headwaters of the Indian Slough, which became known as Merritt's Lake and later as Lake Merritt. Yeah, Lake Merritt is located in downtown Oakland. It's a pretty good sized water area, and it's they've named it later Lake Merritt. And there's nice walking trails around Lake Merritt as well. So yeah, that's a little bit on Samuel Merritt. And he bought land in what is now the city of Oakland. So he bought this land out here, and that's that, and the rest is history. And here is the resting place of Charles Crocker and family. As you can see, this thing is just monstrously huge. And Charles was a businessman. He received notoriety for being a 19th century railroad baron, best known as the founder of Central Pacific Railroad. Charles Crocker was born into a Troy, New York farm family in 1822. When he was 14, he moved west to Iowa, where young Crocker struck out independently doing farm, iron forge, and sawmill work. Swept up in the 1849 gold rush, he led a party of 49ers overland to California, arriving in Sacramento in 1850. 2 years of gold mining convinced him that opening a dry goods store in Sacramento would be a better way to make money, so he did exactly that. So a little bit of Charles Crocker. Look at this thing. This has got to be one of the tallest monuments in the whole place here. Let's go up the stairs here. Look at the stonework. this. Little bench area here. Pretty good view of the cemetery. People come up here and just chill. Like I said, this is set up like a public park. A lot of days, people come up here on their lunch breaks and just sit up here and read books and just, you know, relax, get some sun. It's insane. And there's the Merritt, the next door over there that I just showed you a minute ago. And there's Mary A. Deming, wife of Charles Crocker, born November. Oh boy. Yep. There's Charles Crocker. It's hard to see. It's hard to see this stuff. The sun's hitting this thing. It's kind of hard to read these. Emma. This thing is huge. George Crocker. Crazy. You know what? I showed you guys the Merritt one just a minute ago. There is a side window over here on the side of this thing. I wonder if I can get a shot of the inside of that, being there was that big door and you couldn't see inside of it. Oop. Can I get a good shot in here? Looks like it's got a lot of nice stained glass in there. I don't know how well that comes out. Looks pretty big in there. It's humongous. Thing's crazy. Look at this one right here. This is like medieval looking right here. That is totally medieval looking. Delser is the name. There's no first name on this, just the last name, and the door is solid so you cannot see it. Look at this one up here on Millionaires Row. That's stonework. Even got their initial on the door here, which is really nice. Got one on that side of the door and one on that side of the door. There's a keyhole here. I don't know if we're gonna see anything inside there. It's probably too dark in there. I don't think there's any windows. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's walk around the side of this thing over here. Let's just see what's going on. Thing is monster. There's a lot of these take up a lot of room. Now there's a window back here, but it looks like it was stained glass. That was before. Now it's broken, and this frosted glass was put over it, unfortunately. Look at this thing. This is nice. And that's the view. This is the view from the top step here. We got Frederick here. He was a pioneer, a multi-millionaire. He was born March 11th, 1822 in the Kingdom of Saxony, Germany, to Gottlieb Delger and Dorothea Welchler. He immigrated to New York about 1847 and married Ernestina Blucher in New York in 1848. His wife, and firstborn child, Matilda, set out for California by way of Cape Horn in 1852 and arrived in San Francisco in January 1853. He was a self-made man, a bootmaker by trade. He learned the shoemaker's trade in Germany, serving 3 years as an apprentice. Wow, there we go. He was a self-made man, multi-millionaire. W.E. Creed is the name. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see up inside that thing. It's got a glass door on it. Oh boy, hard to see the names in here. They're etched so lightly in the faceplates. There's a bunch of spider webs in there too. That's crazy. You just strewn out across from one side to the other. W.E. Creed, Wigginton Ellis Creed. He was the president of the Pacific Gas and Electric Company, PG&E, and director of Wells Fargo National Bank and Union Trust Company. So, PG&E and Wells Fargo. He was the president of PG&E and director of Wells Fargo National Bank. Yep. And it appears as though he was like a trustee for several different companies as well. This one is super nice. Just the last name of Smith on the outside of this thing. I swear this thing's bigger than my house or my apartment, like I said earlier. Jeez. But we're gonna do a walk around to this one. I can see a lot of different cool sculptures on this. There's a nice tile there, and these stairs leading to the top. Oh, somebody left some flowers here, looks like. Interesting on the door. So you can see someone left some flowers, a nice little red bow. Are they roses? I think they're roses. And look at it's an angel on the door here. Very interesting. It's kind of creepy, actually. Being this is one of the coolest, most detailed ones, I'm just going to do a quick walk around to this. There's that door with that angel. Looks like there's planters on either side. Stairs going up over here on the side. This is crazy. Looks as though there were windows. Now they've been broken. Now they've been boarded up. Look at this over here. More stairs going up and around this. This is insane. There's statues. Very detailed. Around back. What is this? Is there a window back here? It's stained glass, but it's so dark. There's a hole, but it's so dark in there. There's no other windows really shining any lights in or showing anything. I don't know if you can even make anything out in there. I'm gonna try to find out a little bit about this family if I can. All I have is a last name. I don't have any first names to go by. That's kind of creepy. Looks like that's Tears. rolling down the face or something. That's odd. Wow. Yeah, any window, clear window they had in it, it looked like it was broken out, which sucks because I would love to see the inside of this. And if I can find anything out about this family, I'll let you know. So I looked up the last name, and of course in this cemetery there's probably a, you know, not literally, but there's a lot of, you know, like a cajillion Smiths in here, so that's gonna be kind of a tough one, I think, to try to crack on that one without a first name or anything. But I got another interesting one over here I want to show you guys. This is actually a cool one too. Holbrook. That's another one you can't even see like on the inside of it. The door's pretty solid on it. I don't want to be walking through spider webs and stuff in here, but yeah, there's a bunch of spider webs. I am not walking through, I'm sorry, but you do have to look at it from there. Spiders are things I just do not do. But I will see if I can find something out about this family. See this one over here. This one's good all. It's pretty, but what really catches my eye over here is Bradbury. This one is super cool. And this angel statue in the doorway is, I like this. And you can see they got this thing. Man, this thing chained down. So they can, I guess that's so they can move it. But there's the angel. There's a window right here. That's the inside. Very interesting. I'm gonna try to look up what I could, who can I see? I could see Simona, Mexico, born in Mexico, and Rosario Bradbury Lewis. So let me look up some of these people up in here and see if I can find anything out. And maybe my friend here can keep you company, huh? Yeah, so Lewis Bradbury is a native of Maine, developed the rich silver and gold mines in Sinaloa, Mexico. He made a fortune while in Mexico and also picked up a bride, the former Simona Martinez. On their return to America, the Bradburys established homes in both Northern and Southern California in order to oversee their rapidly growing real estate empire. Their Oakland residence was at 1040 Filbert Street, which they purchased in 1875. And it says it's a little bit about his wife Simona. She spoke no English. But yeah, gold and silver. There's a little columbarium section in here as well, throughout the mausoleum. It's beautiful. John Juris, release. Wow. This is beautiful. December 4th, 1886 to April 10th, 1946, and Elise, May 26, 1893 to September 8th, 1980. Look at these. Josephine Marks, 1850 to 1899. This is a huge one. I wonder if there's a family in here. Beatrice Blay, 1907 to 1943. She's the only one on there, Beatrice. But it's so large. I don't know. That's big enough for more than just one person. Wow. It's gorgeous. Let's go check out the chapel. It's not a real big mausoleum, I don't think. The one across the street is humongous, but just look at this. This is beautiful. Podium. Beatrice Wanger, 1891 to 1945. Levine, 1901 to 1964, Aaron. Or Levine, excuse me. What I like about this is Gertrude Forgon. And the name is actually on the flower pot as well. This is gorgeous. H.I. Solomon, 1853 to 1937 in Millie. 1858 to 1953. And the name also is on the flower pot as well. This is gorgeous. I love how this place is set up. And here's the window. There's Hills of Eternity out here and Home of Peace. It's actually two different cemeteries, I do believe. This one's carpeted, which is a new one for me. Beautiful. Flower room in here. So we have a mixture of the ash placements and casket burials as well. Beautiful here. Henry Jaffa, September 8th, 1920 to February 7th, 1994. Some of them are closed and some of them are open. Larry Miller, 1924 to 1980 something. I think there's a couple of numbers missing off of that as well. Beloved friend. And Barbara, this is a book design. Barbara L. Steiner, 1922 to 1996, Beloved Mother. Beautiful. And the lettering is a little different on these as well. Always in our hearts, beloved wife, mother, and grandmother, Nadine Rushkoff, 1918 to 2003. Beautiful little seat here in the middle, round circular seat. Wow, lots of open spots in here. Guess this would be a family spot, it looks like, and it holds Haas is the last name. There's two Walter, 1916 to 1995. There's an Evelyn, she died in 2010. And there's a Peter here, 1918 to 2005. I think it's 1918, might be. But this is a whole family area here. Looks like a lot of people. 4 on each row. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And each row holds 4 people. Beautiful fountain here. Some of these places they don't have the fountains running, but they have it running here. As you can see in this one, there are a lot of openings. There's not a whole lot of people in this section. I would assume that this is a newer section. The paint still looks new also. Everything looks new in here, so I'm assuming this might be a newer section. Look at this family area. And it's private, it's got a gate. I don't know if it's sold yet, but look at this. I mean, how much would it cost? This is insane. I've never seen one this big before. Yeah, there's a lot of... Wow. Some of these people are all by themselves in certain sides or certain wings. I mean, there's some people that are just alone over here. Let's cross back over here and see. This side looks like it's full over here. Very interesting. Restroom. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Lurie, 1893 Babette, 1893 to 1956. Lewis, 1888 to 1972. Robert, 1849 to 1919. Wow, that's a beautiful section here. Gorgeous in here, but not a whole lot of differences in the stone or anything. It's all pretty much the same. The whole columbarium section in here too. Nothing like it's a lot of the same containers in here I've noticed. I know that one in Oakland I went to recently had a lot of unique containers. And this one, I think it could just be the time period maybe these people died in. You know, they were just kind of like only a couple designs available, or maybe these designs were actually very popular back then. Eric Rudolph, 1909 to 2001, and Tanya, 1912 to 1997. It's gorgeous in here. And this is part of the Jewish cemeteries of San Francisco, Hills of Eternity, Home of Peace. It's gorgeous. Roberta, Duvall, and Dorothy. Roberta, 1917 to 1968, and Dorothy, 1925 to 2006. So yeah, that's a big one. So there's two people there. So that other one I found earlier had to have been for more than one person as well. It just maybe at the moment there's only one.